Are you looking to buy a new home and you think you want to make some home improvements or modifications when you move in? Or are you looking to sell and want to get even more money for your home? Well, what if I told you, the government will actually pay for some of this stuff, and they have programs out there to pay for these home improvements? Well, they will. And if you stick around, you'll learn how to get a hold of up to $14,000 from Uncle Sam to improve your new home. Hoorah! Thanks for checking out our channel. I'm Eric Hudson with Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas and a retired Air Force officer. My team and I get calls and texts every single day from folks just like you looking to make that move to Las Vegas area. And hey, we love it. We'll work our butts off for you days, nights, and weekends just to make your move a little bit easier. It doesn't matter. We've got your back. We put out videos every week teaching you everything you want to know about living, working, and playing in beautiful Sin City, aka Las Vegas. I hope you take a quick moment to smash that like and subscribe button so that this content can reach even more people via the YouTube algorithm, so you'll be in the first to know when a new video is coming out to teach you everything you need to know about living in Las Vegas. Are you ready for this? If you're looking for a sign to start home renovations, this may be the best one. President Biden wants to pay you to upgrade your house. Now, in the Inflation Reduction Act, offered up to $14,000 in tax rebates and credits that can save you thousands on your home's next facelift. The only catch is the upgrades need to reduce your climate footprint. Now, back in January of 2023, a slate of new tax credits in the Inflation Reduction Act, also known as the Climate Bill, became available to U.S. households, aiming to transition to cleaner energy consumption. Making these opportunities known to consumers and leveraging them to transform the country's energy landscape will be critical to tackling climate change. Taking advantage of these credits will also yield significant cost savings for millions of Americans, create new high-paying jobs, and ensure a more secure and stable economy and environment. Many of the IRA energy efficiency incentives increased in 2023. Home improvements can cost an average of $6,700, and it could be a financial savvy move to use IRA tax credits and rebates to offset these major costs. So, what rebates can I get? There are two separate rebate programs according to the NRDC. The Homes Rebate Program, this provides more than $4 billion to states to help residents make their entire home more energy efficient. The program provides rebates based on the energy savings their upgraded homes will achieve. For instance, homeowners that make changes that cut their energy bills by at least 35% can get up to $4,000 in rebates. That amount is double for low and middle income households who can get up to $8,000. The High Energy Electric Home Rebate Act, HEEHRA, this provides rebates for low and middle income families to electrify their homes, such as installing heat pumps or electric clothes dryers. The per household rebate is capped at $14,000, and households can't receive two rebates for the same upgrade, which of course makes sense. For instance, if they claim the Homes Rebate Programs for a heat pump, then they can't get the rebate through HERA. So what kind of upgrades are covered? The Homes Rebate Programs could cover upgrades from solar panels to new windows that help your home become more energy efficient. Under the law, the Homes Rebate Program should be available to whole house energy savings retrofits that begins after the IRA Act becomes law. Back in 2022, which means they're pretty all done, and you have until 2031 to complete all of these upgrades. However, because the program isn't up and running yet, details about some things and like the rebates, the claims, and if they're retroactive, these aren't yet known. The HERA program designates rebates for specific appliance purchases and other upgrades. One of the most appealing rebates is the provision offering up to $8,000 for the heat pumps, which is one we discussed before, which despite their name provide both air conditioning as well as heating. Ranging from $4,000 to more than $7,000 each, heat pumps can cost a pretty penny. The two rebate programs may help offset part or even all of the cost of these devices for many consumers. Here are the caps on the rebate programs for other upgrades via the HERA program. You can get up to $8,000 for the heat pumps, which is one we discussed before, $1,750 for a heat pump water heater, up to $8,000 for a heat pump for space heating and cooling, up to $840 for electric stoves, cooktops, ranges, ovens, and electric heat pump clothes dryers. Of course, this is probably the credit that people are out there saying that they're planning to take away your gas stoves from. Trust me, they're not taking away my gas stove, and they can keep their $840 for that one. But some of these other things, you never can tell. You can have up to $4,000 for an electric load service center upgrade. Now that's a big one to put in your mouth. $1,600 for insulation, air sealing, and ventilation, and $2,500 for upgrade your electrical wiring. There's a $14,000 cap on the dollar amount all of these rebates offered under the program. For instance, low-income homeowners can get up to 100% of electrification projects covered, up to the cap of $14,000 in rebates, while middle-income consumers can get up to 50% of their costs covered by the rebates, also up to that $14,000 cap. So you could use these things, of course, electrifying your home, getting those energy efficient windows put in, possibly even getting solar. And if you're a middle income household, you spend $28,000. Uncle Sam's got your back for the other 14. To qualify for HERA, you'll have to make 150% or less of the area median income as determined by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Look below in the description for the website. I put them all there. That way you'll be able to get to any of these websites and see how you can use these tax credits. So what kind of tax credits can I get? Well, for solar panels, Forbes recently reported that solar panels and their installation typically cost between $6,600 and $22,800. I'm going to kind of leave it at that. I actually have another video that I'm planning to put out. It goes very, very deep into solar panels. You've seen me in the past. I've been a little critical of solar. I'm not critical of solar itself. I'm critical of the sales techniques, and this will put out a lot of stuff that'll really shock the heck out of you, okay? The IRA also offers a 30% tax credit on rooftop solar installation between 2022 and 2032. This can reduce the cost anywhere from $4,600 to $15,960. State incentives may also exist to offset even more of that cost. Zillow discovered that a home with solar panels has a 4.1% higher resale value than non-energy efficient homes, translating into an extra $9,274 in your wallet. If you're planning on selling your house to help finance your retirement, solar panels may help increase that nest egg. Now, here's what really happens with some of these rebates. And I'm not talking about IRA, I'm talking about the rebates that when the salesperson comes to you and they go, oh, if you buy this house or buy this solar, you're going to get this 30% rebate. Well, it doesn't really work that way. In reality, they're giving you back your own money. It's not a rebate, it's a tax credit. Okay, so let's pretend it's 30%, $10,000. You paid $8,000 in taxes. So when you file your taxes, you'll get that $10,000, but you made $8,000 in taxes. Well, you don't pay taxes that year. Following year, you apply the other $2,000. So let's say you made $9,000 the following year. Good on you. You made more money, hopefully, and they didn't raise taxes. Well, now you're paying $7,000 for that year. So it could take up to 2 years for you to, one, get your money back, and two, you're getting it from a tax credit. It's not really, you stick this on your house, you've got an extra, you kind of see how it is? Yes, some people can put it to the perspective of, yes, I got this and I didn't pay taxes this year. Good on you. But it's not what they make it out to seem, okay? I just want to be very honest about that. The IRA includes some critical tax credits for households. That includes several credits aimed at help households save money on major energy expenses, such as driving and home heating and cooling. The 3 tax credits I'm going to describe below may be particularly beneficial to households seeking to cut energy costs. So first we have the previously owned clean vehicle credit. Households looking to purchase a a used electric vehicle may be able to take advantage of previously offered clean energy credits. The climate bill also provides a credit equal to 30% of the sales price of a used electric vehicle, up to a maximum of $4,000. So if you want to go ahead and get that used Tesla, you get one. I mean, I've seen them for, low 30s. You got $4,000 you can get back. The last owner took a credit, you get to take a credit. Isn't that cool? This credit helps make electric vehicles more accessible to more families because electrical vehicles cost an average of $800 to $1,000 less to fuel and operate per year than a gas-powered vehicle. Using the electric vehicle can lead to some serious savings over time. And again, that's compared to most vehicles. You get some super energy efficient vehicle out there, it may equal up. I'm always saying, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Have somebody help you look at the numbers, because it may not actually make sense. It may feel good, but don't just go by them feelings. Don't go by the belly tingles. Go by what's going to save you some actual money. More information on eligibility requirements and accessing the used vehicle tax credit can be found here. Information on the existing and revised credits for new clean vehicles can be seen in the information I have below also. Energy efficient home improvement credits. Okay, this is a new one. Homeowners that upgrade and retrofit their homes, heating and cooling systems may be eligible for energy efficient home improvement credits. The credit is available for the installation of new doors, windows, skylights, insulation, and heat pumps. And I know we talked about that, but remember, you can get new doors and everything put into your house at the government's expense. This credit also covers the cost of a home energy audit, water heaters, upgrade to the electrical systems necessary for the installation of this new equipment. And I believe that may be that $2,500 we talked about before. Get out there. Get this money. It's free. Now, we also have the residential clean energy credit. Homeowners that install residential clean energy units may be eligible for residential clean energy credit. The credit is available for the installation of solar, which we talked about. Oh, but this is the one that's really gets me. Small scale wind and geothermal heat pumps. Now, we do get wind here in Vegas, and we have solar. aka we have a lot of sun. You can use these credits and become more energy efficient. It includes home battery storage and fuel cell energy systems. Each of these installations is subject to its own set of eligibility criteria and maximum credit limits. If the credit is greater than the taxes owed by a taxpayer, the excess credit can be carried over to the next year. Now think about this. Utilizing these tax credits will yield more stable energy costs. In addition to generating annual savings, a transition to electric vehicles, renewable energy, and energy efficient homes can protect households against energy price spikes and hedge against inflation. The international markets for oil and gas have seen severe volatility over the last few years. We got the Russian war in Ukraine, supply instability, combined with oil producers' unwillingness to temporarily increase production, causing the price of gasoline to spike. I mean, have you seen gas lately? Prices of fossil fuels will continue to be a subject of an unpredictable international market and global demand. On the other hand, electric vehicles, renewable energy, and electric heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, these upgrades feature a vast majority of their costs up front and do not require volatile fossil fuel input. Households will be able to use previously noted tax credits to reduce the upfront cost of these upgrades, resulting in consistently lower energy bills and fuel costs. Switching to a heat pump alone can save a household $500 to $1,000 a year in heating and cooling costs, and that's just on average. Sometimes they look a little weird. I just had a neighbor install something similar to this. I was so intrigued, I just had to go over and talk to the installation guy, and he was talking about how much money it was saved per year. Now, did this neighbor know about these government programs? Is it my job to go over and talk to them and go, did you apply for these programs to get this money back? I guess I probably should. So tax credits, are different from rebates because consumers receive them when they file their taxes. Rebates, on the other hand, are often applied when someone buys an item. The HERA rebates are slated to be available at point of sale, such as when a consumer buys a heat pump or through a home supply store. So make sure when they're talking to you and they're saying the words rebate, that you're actually getting a rebate and not a tax credit, because a tax credit is against the taxes that you've already paid, which means in reality they're giving your own money back, whereas a true rebate, you're getting money off the price of the item. And this is a very distinctive thing. And some of these salespeople, they don't want to let you know the difference. Be careful on that. I don't know if you noticed this one. There's a kitchen upgrades credit. Gas bills are still too high. Some parts of the country is high. Here in Vegas, I consider it fairly reasonable, although most bills here are going up like crazy. Upgrading your kitchen from gas powered appliances has never been more affordable. The Inflation Reduction Act provides rebate, as we've already talked about, for $840 for that electric stove, for those of you who want to do it, because I know some folks, they love cooking with gas. So that's for an electric stove, cooktop range, or even oven. As natural gas prices continue to be volatile, making the switch can help save you money on your energy bill. I just wanted to make sure you did see that. I'm going to say it again, and I know there are people out there saying that the government's coming for your gas stove. In a way they are, but they're trying to pay you to move to another energy source. They're not forcing you out. Taking advantage of these credits will yield significant cost savings for millions of Americans and create some new high-paying jobs and ensure a more secure and stable economy and environment. One analysis estimates that the new law's residential tax credit alone can save over 100 million households $37 billion a year on their energy bills. That's $37 billion for 100 million households. And that translates into $370 in energy credits per household. Overall, the IRA is a valuable piece of legislation for families facing high heating costs. It provides financial assistance, improves energy efficiency, and helps protect the household from price spikes and volatility in energy markets. If your family is facing high heating costs, and to be honest, you really shouldn't worry about high heating costs here in Las Vegas and Southern Nevada, because we have very mild winters. I don't think I've ever had a bill over 120, but to some people, that's too much. You have to worry about is your high cooling costs, which hopefully the heat pump will help with. It's worth looking into the act and finding out if you're eligible for any of these benefits that it provides. This one is not on the list, but it's out there for you. The Energy Efficient Home Improvement Credit. This is the credit I talked about earlier that's available for the installation of new doors, windows, skylights, insulation, and such to help regulate the temperature of your home, which you do need a lot of regulation here in Nevada, let me tell you that. Eligible purchases are subject to a per item credit limits that together cannot exceed $1,200 per year. Now, this is a separate credit from the other stuff, but it does have a credit limit on heat pumps that is pretty good. It's set to $2,000 a year. I don't know if you can combine it with the other program, because remember, it can give you quite a bit for heat pumps. They really want you to get that heat pump, right? So the conclusion is 2023 marked the rollout of the Inflation Reduction Act and numerous tax credits, individual and businesses aiming to reduce their energy consumption and transition to renewable energy. The hope is these credits will lower costs for Americans by encouraging investments in cheaper, cleaner, and domestically sourced energy sources. At the same time, they hope this will encourage the creation of good, high-paying jobs in the U.S. clean energy industry. Finally, the equity focus of a number of tax credit programs, combined with strong outreach and technical assistance, will help to ensure you get all of the benefits that you deserve, and make sure this gets out to the rest of the community, especially those who have been historically underserved. The real bottom line is you can get someone to pay for your home improvements, make your home more valuable, and even make your home more sellable. So imagine taking all 14,000 of those improvements, putting them to good use around your home when you're trying to sell it, and now you can tout all of these energy improvements. And guess what? You're going to sell your house for more. If you're moving into a house and it needs some things, those single pane windows, certain parts of town, the older parts where, they're built in the 70s and 80s and 60s and such, you want to have energy efficiency. It not only helps decrease your bills, it decreases the noise from outside. You can get this done and paid for you, okay? So make sure you're looking at all these programs. So If you're buying a home, you can get a better home. And if you're thinking about selling, you can get Uncle Sam to help you make your house more appealing to buyers and get more money for that house. You know what? We'd really love to have you join us here in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. So keep in mind, we help with your relocation or PCS here in Las Vegas. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or better yet, book directly on my calendar. We're happy to help you make a smooth move to Las Vegas. Be sure to subscribe below so that you're being the first to know about the current market conditions here in Las Vegas. We put out videos every week. The intent is to help you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Sin City. If you'll be so inclined, please shoot us a comment. Let us know if there are any other questions that you have, any videos you would love for me to make to help you learn more about Las Vegas. If it's useful to more people, I'm glad to make that video. All right, that's it for the day, and we'll keep the lights on for you.